Alright, hello folks. We are back for some more Standard. Playing Blue-White Control. Same list I've been playing for a couple leagues now. It's pretty standard. It's I think it's exactly the list that came in second at Grand Prix Birmingham. So, I mean, pretty standard control strategy here. Basically playing no win conditions. You are on the plan of, well, maybe you can kill him with Gideon sometimes, and sometimes you board in a few win conditions, but basically you're planning to control the game, have 7 cards in hand, your opponent has nothing, ultimate to fairy, eventually exile all their lands, probably cast Memory, and that exiles all their lands pretty quickly. And then you can actually just win the game by -3ing to fairy every turn. They deck, and it's game over. Or, hopefully if Gideon's not exiled, you can draw him and kill him much faster that way. But if you need to, you can just deck your opponent by having them draw a single card every turn, exiling any lands they play, and winning that way. It's not fun for anybody. But you don't play Blue-White Control to have fun. This list is notably not playing any Gear Hulks. We're opting for Pull from Tomorrow as our card draw spell instead, and of course the Fairy. And Pull from Tomorrow, not very good with Gear Hulk, but I really don't like the 4 mana draw 2 cards. It's just really not a good rate. Not sure how we convinced ourselves collectively that that's a reasonable thing to be doing in Standard, is paying 4 mana to draw 2 cards. And then aside from that, I mean, we've got counter spells, we've got removal. Search for Escanta is a very good card. Blink of an Eye just has a bunch of random utility. I've been more and more impressed with the card the more I play with it. And then our sideboard, I mean, we've got a bunch of stuff for the Control Mirror. Some more anti-creature stuff in the form of Fumigate, Invoke the Divine, deal with problematic artifacts and enchantments like Lifecrafter's Bestiary, or, just random artifacts like Heart of Kirin, stuff like that. Authority of the Councils is pretty good against like Mono Red or any of the decks playing hasty stuff. And I don't know, maybe you should also bring it in some cases where they're like just like Black-White or something, but I don't know. When I was playing Black-White, I always kind of liked it when people brought that card in against me because I didn't feel like it did enough. The one nice thing about it against like a deck like Black-White, even though they don't have haste creatures, it stops him from playing a creature and crewing right away, which is kind of nice. Anyway, enough chit-chat, let's get into the games. So yesterday, it's the first time I picked up the deck yesterday. The first league was a bit of a nightmare. Went 0-3, but then we went 3-2 in the next one. Going 2-1 in Control Mirror, so yes, we played Control Mirror 3 times, which certainly took a toll on my sanity. But I was happy to have at least a winning record. Didn't love losing that last match. It was pretty close, and I definitely think I made some errors. One of the biggest things with this deck is just making sure you play fast, because I described to you the win condition, which is oftentimes just decking your opponent with Teferi out. And if your opponent makes you play it out, you're gonna have to. They can just F6 every turn. You've got to do a bunch of clicking, so you really have to play fast. Many times the opponent will just scoop, but I've had opponents not scoop. So there is that. So let's see if we can find ourselves an opponent. I'm not sure. The one change I think I might make to this deck at some point, I think I'd kind of like to put a 3rd Search for Escanta in the sideboard. It's such a powerful card to have in the mirror, because it's like a 2 mana card that they basically have to deal with. I mean, it can be dealt with. If it's not flipped, it's not too big of a deal, but once it's flipped, that is an issue for most decks. I think this hand's a mulligan, because the mana is kind of bad. If we're putting the Control Mirror, we've got like 2 dead cards, and even if we're not in the Control Mirror and these cards are good, we don't have the mana to cast them, and we're not that close. So really all it's got going for it is Syncopate. We can't even cycle Cast Out, so I think I'm better off going to 6 here. Alright, now this hand is okay. Definitely going to keep it. I don't think we need another land. We should be able to find land somewhat easily with Search for Escanta. Having 2 Search for Escantas is obviously not ideal. But if you take out one of the Search for Escantas, this would be an excellent 5, so I think it's unreasonable to mulligan it here. And it's a lot less likely that the Search for Escanta is going to go away in game 1. But it can happen. I mean, they do play Cast Out or things like that, so... Alright, up against Mono Red. This hand's only okay against Mono Red. It does have Seal Away. So we'll have to figure out if we're going to go turn 2 Search for Escanta or turn 2 Seal Away. And also we need to figure out... I think we have to play Irrigated Farmland no matter what, but we have to figure out if we want to cycle this Cast Out at some point. So up against either Mono Red or Red Black. I think both of these cards could be in either list. Yeah, name of the game is going to just be trying to play quickly here, because I am naturally not an incredibly fast player. So this is the sort of deck that players like me can run into trouble with if you're not playing fast enough. I think Soulscar Mage is probably a little bit more likely to be mono red. I think some of the red-black lists are also playing Soulscar Mage, but if you put a gun to my head and made me guess, I would say mono red. Because this is a really good combo with the Chain Whirler, which red-black lists do play, but they play less frequently than the red-black lists. And also, alright, second mountain, yeah. I don't think red-black plays a ton of basic mountains. Okay, well, I like that. But the question is, I think we'll just get Search for Escanta down now. Because we're not gonna... If he plays a Chain Whirler or something, I think we can deal with that. And the sooner we get down Search for Escanta, the better it's gonna be for us. And they shouldn't have any 3-drops that are that big of a deal. That at least we can't cast away. Okay, so he's actually red-black here. P and Kiranillar, so that'd be one I actually... wouldn't mind countering, but it's still not too big of a deal, I think. And yeah, we just want that Search for Escanta in play ASAP. Alright, so we're probably binning lands. I think we'll bin a Cast Out. Maybe we're not binning lands. So... if he plays any kind of 4-drop, we've got to exile it, or syncopate it, I mean. Goblin Chain Whirler. I think we'll syncopate that. We get hit for 4 down to 14. I think we'll cycle Cast Out as well. Because none of his guys are that great of targets for Seal Away anyway. So I'll cycle this first. Because I think we're trying to find a sweeper of some kind. Land plus sweeper. Teferi, not really what we need. So let's go ahead and syncopate this now. So I was maybe wrong about binning lands. Definitely need a land now. If we draw an untapped land, then we'll have Seal Away plus Syncopate up, which will be nice. I definitely want to bin Teferi. Don't really need the first copy, let alone the second copy. Ugh, gross. Okay, I think we're just passing again here, unfortunately. Yeah, slipping at all against them is not ideal. Only good news is he's probably got a bunch of like abrades and stuff and unlicensed disintegration, which just doesn't do anything. So I think we'll just take 4 here, and if he doesn't do anything, we'll Seal Away something into turn, probably the Pianillar. If he's gonna pump up his guy, then we'll Seal Away in combat. definitely syncopate that. Exile him. Alright, so yeah, we're not in a great spot though. Definitely needed to get some lands here. Disallow is terrible. Cast out's really not better. I think we have to cycle this right now to have any hope. Okay, island is okay. Yeah, we're gonna be sealing away. Maybe we need to seal away Pia Nalar right now. It's really awkward for us if we seal away and then he drops. Well, Hazard's not gonna be attacking right away. They don't usually have Phoenix main deck. I mean, I don't even know how often Red Black plays Hazard, but he can pump if he has like nothing else going on. I mean, he also doesn't have a fourth land, so I think I'll just seal away Pia Nalar right now. And it's just kind of unfortunate if he's got something else to play. He probably has a removal spell or two in his hand. Hazard can't attack right away, but it'll be an issue. He could have another PNLR in hand, which would be awkward for sure. I mean, they sometimes play as many as like 3 copies of it. But if he's just going to resolve like a Chain Whirler or something, it's no big deal. And we can't stop it anyway. And he's going to just be jamming it. He can't. So, and then if he like just plays a land and double pumps the Thopter or something, that'd be pretty awkward. Okay, so we might have a 4-drop coming up next turn, so I'll watch out for that. Okay, Chain Whirler isn't great, but hopefully we can draw into some kind of sweeper. Well, actually it has to be specifically Settle the Wreckage, since we can't get a land plus a sweeper, but we're only taking 2 this turn. Well, 3 once you count the Chain Whirler. If we see a land on top, what are we doing? Well, that land I think we want to... Well, actually, I guess we can, because we're going to get the land from Visconta. So we could hit a Fumigate, so we'll definitely put that in the yard. So maybe we have Fumigate or Settle the Wreckage on top would be pretty good for us. Commit's not quite as good. Could play Teferi here just to minus on this to buy us a little bit of time. It's still unlikely for Hazard to be able to attack because he's going to go up to 4 cards. He doesn't... even if he goes land Hazard, it's going to be 2. So... I think it might be our best bet just to... Because we're looking at 5 damage here. It's awfully low. So I think minusing on the Chain Whirler... It's probably going to be our best bet. And then we just have to hope to draw. Well, maybe... Yeah. I think that's the best bet here. It's not a good plan, but it's like our best plan. Could also be holding some burn spells and stuff, but they don't tend to play a lot of burn spells. Like burn to the face. The mono red lists play more. Like they might play, some number of shocks and lightning strikes, but red black, a lot of times they don't like play any direct burn. They play like unlicensed disintegration and magma sprays and stuff like that. I mean, obviously, we don't know DJ Sin's exact list, so yeah, we shouldn't just be dying this turn or anything like that. I guess a Glory Bringer. I mean, it still wouldn't kill us, but it would be unfortunate. Not sure how popular Glorybringer is in the red-black list. It's definitely a card that gets played sometimes. So it looks like no Glorybringer. I think we'd be hearing about it right about now. So he's probably going to send 1 at Teferi. Yeah, so Teferi did his job. He's got a Hazard, maybe? Hazard would not be fun. Okay, Karn I actually don't... Well, I guess he's going to minus Karn. He's going to make a... He should make an artifact token here. I think just putting a card into his hand is not going to matter. Unless he hits those 2 cards. I think it might be better for him to make the token, but... Because if we had the Wrath, we would have cast it last turn instead of playing the pretty questionable Teferi play. Yeah, I guess you gotta give him Chain Whirler here. But those are pretty... I mean, we knew the Chain Whirler was going to be there, but could have hoped for a land, I guess. So... I guess the plan now is just to commit. Commit something. Like the Chain Whirler. I think we should play this land. Not 100% sure why. But it doesn't seem like we're going to have too much time to cycle it soon.
I'll get straight to the point. I found marijuana in the house. Well,
Maybe we could Teferi plus here, actually. Is there any way we survive? I don't think so, because he can minus Karn, get the Chandra back. That's 3.
Dad,
Well,
Lucy found something too.
so it's going to be 3 damage plus 2 from Chandra. We'd go to 1. And he wouldn't have the mana to plus exile on the card off Chandra, plus play the Chain Whirler. So maybe we could Teferi plus here. I mean, it's bad. I mean, like, going to 1 is definitely not ideal.
Oops.
Because the other possibility is, like, just commit the Chandra or whatever he plays and then just hope to draw something. Whereas Teferi, he's probably got to attack the Teferi. No, he doesn't have to attack the Teferi, but he's going to have to leave it in play. Alright, we're doing it. It's not a good plan. And could get lucky and hit like a seal away here, which would be really ideal. Okay, we didn't. But there's just some chance we'll have Teferi. Like if he just gets Chandra though, it's like, I guess we'll have to like naturally draw. Maybe I should have kept. I guess I don't know. So I could have kept that land in play to cycle it here. That'd have been better. Just give us more of a chance to hit a Fumigate or something. So we probably drew that land. He could play Chandra plus Chain Whirler. Like Chandra plus for the mana. 0 Torrential in this list. This is the Grand Prix list that's playing no creatures. And how's it going, E squared? So I guess I should have kept the land to cycle. That would have been better. So he minus. He's going to get the Chandra. He's going to plus it. Play the Chain Whirler, maybe. 35. It's fine. Been running blue-white controlled FNM. Not many folks streaming it right now. Yeah, I'm the guy to go to for playing the boring decks that are unfun but do win a lot. How's it been going for you at FNM? Sometimes control decks can be a little bit tricky at something like an FNM because they tend to be a little bit more heavily metagamed than the more proactive decks, so they can be tricky at a less predictable metagame like a at an FNM, but obviously if you're good at playing control, you can, well, first of all, you can tune the deck appropriately. 2-1 typical. Well, hey, if you're winning 66% of your matches in general, then you're doing just fine. Is attacking Teferi. Does he think Chandra can plus and hit Teferi? Because that is no longer the case. Well, I sort of like how this is going right now. He's playing Chain Whirler. Ballista. Couldn't he have just killed us? Because he could plus Chandra for mana, or for deal damage to us. This would be 2, 3, 4, 5. Play Ballista for 1. I think he could have just killed us there. I mean, he's still in fine shape. Is he going to kill us in our upkeep? In our draw step? He's going to let us untap with Teferi. That seems like somewhat of an odd choice to me. I'm not sure I understand how my opponent has played this game. I mean, he's up a bunch of Planeswalkers and all of that. But I think we could have been dead here. I think we got a draw. Okay, let's cycle this farmland right now. So we're really trying to hit fumigate here. Yeah, I'm not playing any approach. Okay. So that's not bad. I mean, he's still going to have a ton of planeswalkers in play. But, you know, I mean, we're fumigating. So we're going to go up to 8. I don't know what the Ballista is going to shoot. So, opponent just had his dead last turn, I think, if he played that differently. I'm pretty sure I was doing the math right on his mana. So he's going to shoot us. So we're going to go to 4, then back up to 6. I mean, we still got a boatload of planeswalkers to deal with, but... well, it could be dead, so... could definitely be worse. I mean, Hazoret kills us. Because he can plus the Chandra, deal 2 to us. Alright, you can have Spire of Industry. Yeah, I'm not sure you need the approach in this deck. But you might. Alright, so hit a mountain, we go to 4. Could be kind of doing it here. I mean, we're still on the knife's edge here, for sure. Still on the knife's edge. And we could just die any moment, any number of things. And he's got the Chain Whirler, so we go to 3. He's almost certainly got to have a removal spell in his hand that doesn't do anything. Alright, pull from tomorrow. Not really what we needed here. Well, we're going to definitely start with plussing to Fairy. Okay, well, we're going to have access to 3, 7, 8, 10 mana. We could spend 4 of it to search for Escanta. And then we'll go back up to 3, 6 mana. Yeah, I think search for Escanta is what we're looking for. Or what we're looking to do. And then we can... I think we're going to have to fade Chandra being in play another turn. What can he get off of this? Nothing that immediately kills us. He's just got Soulscar Mage. This game 1, yeah. So I think we'll search here. Because we could hit like a Seal Away. That would be ideal. Because then we'll have the mana to Seal Away plus... right? Seal Away plus... 4 on tap 2. Yeah, we'll have enough to seal. Yeah, so hopefully we hit a Seal Away here. That'd put us in reasonably good shape. Alright, settle the wreckage as well. I think we have to take Seal Away though, because... Well... No, Seal Away doesn't do enough. We have to have settle the wreckage. It has to be settle the wreckage. Both of his guys have 3 power, obviously. So we have to settle the wreckage. And we're going to have to fade Chandra and play another turn. There's just no choice. Yeah. I guess we'll go ahead and get... search for Escanta in play, because we're going to have exactly 4 mana available. And not much else to do with it, so... He obviously knows we're gonna have the settle the wreckage. He just saw it, so yeah, we gotta make sure we play fast too. We're actually a little bit ahead on clock, which is nice. So if you can deal 1 damage to us any number of ways, we lose. Okay, I mean, I guess we have to allow the... I mean, obviously can't give him Glorybringer. Oh, we could, actually. Maybe we should give him Glorybringer? I mean, he's just going to attack with one of his 3 drops. I think we'll give him Pia Nalar. But Glorybringer doesn't kill us. Alright, so we exiled a mountain. We're at 1. This is probably just going to attack with a single creature here, I would think. Wouldn't really make sense to attack with 2. So we're really going to have to hit another Fumigate. I actually kind of forget what exactly our list looks like in terms of the exact number of Fumigates. Let's see. I can't remember if it's how the 3-2 split goes, because I think it's a 3-2 split between Fumigates and Settles. I think it's 3 Settles, 2 Fumigates. So we're digging for 1 Fumigate here, which definitely not ideal. So I think it makes no sense to attack with 2 things here, yeah. So we gotta settle. And then I don't really know what we're doing. Well, we got this last turn off of Search for Escanta, so he knows we have to settle the wreckage. So, I guess Fumigate's still gonna be good. But yeah, he knows we have the settle in hand, so... Let's put that in the yard. We don't want to flip it. Okay, well... I guess we've got a plus on Teferi, hit Fumigate... And then commit Chandra, which we could do. I don't think... Yeah, minusing's not going to really do anything unless we want to search for Escanta first to try to find the Fumigate. Because then we could Fumigate, then minus on that, but then... I guess we wouldn't die, but... No, he can just minus and get the Glorybringer effects on Karn, so probably very few outs here. That's definitely not going to be it. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be enough. Okay. Well, that was a mull to 6 and kind of an awkward hand. Go away. Get out of here. I think Invoke the Divine is going to be fine. Not sure you want Gideons against them. I'm like actually just not sure. I think Authority of the Council's good enough. That surely playing Heart of Kirin and stuff here. I kind of wouldn't hate negates against them. I mean, some of their worst threats are the Planeswalkers and stuff, and I'm sure they've got more such things post-board. Actually, Sorcerer's Spyglass might be better suited for that task. Yeah, Spyglass for the Karn and the Chandra and Walking Ballistas seems pretty good to me. I just legitimately don't know about Gideon in this matchup. I don't think we want History of Benalia's. Essence Scatter is good. Blink of an Eye is okay. Yeah, definitely want the Spyglass here. So Blink of an Eye is always kind of one you could cut. Could maybe like, I think we want to shave a Teferi. At least one Teferi. I guess Gideon's good. Don't know if we need 2 Gideons though. How good's Blink of an Eye against them? It doesn't seem amazing. It seems... I mean, it's gonna be fine. Like, it's a card that's never that bad and usually not that good. Sometimes it's good. Disallow is maybe cuttable here. Well, it does stop them from crewing their vehicles right away. I think you do want authority here, but I am unsure about it. Yeah, I could see an Escanta being a little bit awkward. I'm still definitely trying to figure out how to sideboard with this deck. Alright, so my sideboarding is going to be taking out these cards, unless I think of something better to do. 3 Teferis could even be too much, but I guess we still want access to them. The Gideons, they just have a few too many of them. Playing Vraskas? I don't have a sideboard guide yet. I'm like 8 matches in with this deck so far. This hand is sketch. Really have to draw lands for it to be good, but we have Seal Away and Syncopate for early plays. But man, do we need lands with this hand. On the play, it's gonna be rough. I think I'm gonna keep it, but we could just lose. If we don't draw lands, we kind of lose. But we've got enough for early plays and stuff. It's the Grand Prix list, exactly, so it's not, if it's unique, it's not my doing. Alright, I'm gonna keep it. I really dislike it, though. But you'd keep a 5 that was just like -1 of these spells pretty easily. That's true, I think at least you could shave 1 pull, if not 2 pulls. Teferi's a bad draw here. I don't think you want 4 Teferis, though. I think 4 Teferis is just a little bit too much in this. Man, I think, I don't know, I've like pulled quite a bit. I've like pulled a lot. So hopefully we get to like Syncopate a Scrounger here. Hopefully not like a Duress coming down. Alright, well, I think we just use it. Walking Ballista can just get pretty annoying, like just leaving that in play, and we've got a... Okay, that's a fine draw. Probably not going to be able to seal away right away, but like having Walking Ballista in play forever I don't think is right, and maybe he'll have something coming to play tapped. No. Alright, well we got to at least disallow up next turn if we really need it. And then like if he doesn't play some scary 4-drop, then okay, well this hand's working out reasonably well. So I think we're just taking 3, and then if he plays a 4-drop, we get to counter it. Otherwise, we seal away this guy instead. I've liked the pulls quite a bit. They're very, very good in the mirror. Just to have an instant speed thing they have to counter, it can just really set you up to kind of win the counter wars. Can't let that resolve. Okay, Field of Ruin. I think I just Teferi plus here. We have Seal Away up. I'm not actually sure how good Invoke the Divine is here, but I have to assume that deck's good, or that it's good against his deck. And yeah, we have nothing to do with our mana other than seal away his guys, so we'll definitely just be doing that. Alright, cycling is fine, because that means he's not playing a Chandra right now. Yeah, I mean, I could see the negates being good, because they're like, you've got a lot of ways to deal with their creatures, it's their non-creatures that are really an issue. Okay, well. He's got a lot of things that he's got to worry about here. I mean, he can take the seal away, but it's not going to let him kill Teferi right away. So it doesn't worry me all that much. Teferi's gonna take a little bit of a beating. I guess he could have Lightning Strike, but I don't think they play Lightning Strike in that deck. Not really any great way to use our mana here. I mean, we could just Fumigate and then have up Disallow. That actually is probably the play here. Yeah, I would side in against control mirror, but I wouldn't main pulls right now. Maybe there's enough blue-white now that's just maining them is fine, but I wouldn't keep them there. It's also just like a finisher against a lot of other decks. I mean, once you do that for like 9 mana, that's just good. I kind of think we just let this happen. I don't think it's too scary. I think we can just let it happen. We've got bigger things to worry about. I don't know if I want to Field of Ruin. Wait, I'll save my Field of Ruin for like if I commit something that I really don't want him to draw. Because now we'll have enough mana to have Settle plus Disallow it. Alright, we can go and cycle that now because we're going to be untapping. 6, we have to play Field of Ruin here. And like you do have to play some amount of card advantage in that deck. Like it's or in the deck. And if you're not playing the Glimmers, I think you gotta play something like Pull for Tomorrow. And I think Pull for Tomorrow is superior to Glimmer. Alright, so we'll settle the wreckage on this guy. He knows we have it, so we're not getting that much more value out of it. And obviously we've got to keep Mr. Teferi alive here. Goblin Chain Whirler. Well, we're out of settles now. He's probably not, unless he goes land 4-drop, he's probably not playing a 4-drop, so I guess we counter this. Just hope he's out of stuff. Nice. Alright, let's plus Teferi. Okay, I don't think we're hitting too much with this, but definitely gonna just play it anyway. Why would he keep an unlicensed disintegration against us? So let's name. Do we name Chandra or do we name? We could name Chandra, Ballista, or Karn. I guess we name Chandra. He might play 4. I guess they play 4 Karns, right? They don't play 4 Chandras. I'll name. He's probably got more. Even though we killed one of the Karns, he's probably got more Karns than Chandras. Think I'm gonna name Karn because a lot of times they play like it's just a numbers game here. Oh, he thinks I'll side into Hulks. Yeah, I think I'll name Karn here. I mean, it's obviously a guessing game, but idea being, I think most of those lists I think play 4 Karns, and they're both kind of similarly bad threats if they're in play. Is also gives us a target for Invoke the Divine if we ever get low on hit points, so we're doing fine on that regard right now. So he got something? Doesn't have anything. So he's got Unlicensed in hand. He played the Spire. Alright, we're drawing a million lands here. I don't think we need to fire off these Field of Ruins. I don't think it's really going to accomplish anything. I mean, it thins our deck, but it also thins his, so... A minor change either way. That's fine with me. Do I just do that now, or do I even, like, really care? Is there going to be a better target for that? I think I'm going to wait. I just don't think I'm going to be stuck on mana enough that it's going to matter. So I think I'm going to wait. Because it's possible there's something I would care about more. And I think I'm always going to be able to kill it when I need to. Jeez. Maybe I'll just do it now. It doesn't matter. I'll just wait. This is game 2. We lost the first game. So our guy's out of ballista range now, which is nice. I mean, he was last turn as well. Scrap heap scrounger. Alright. Well, he's gonna crew Heart of Kieran, and then we'll invoke the Divine. He's not gonna use it. Or he's gonna do a begin combat step here. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's right to board out the Search for Escantes. I just like having one of those in play. You should try out what happens if you Field of Ruin him. He might not have swamps in the deck. That's true, but I mean, even just strip mining him wouldn't be that good. And I like Field of Ruin to be able to, like, if you commit something or -3 to Fairy, make them not able to draw it. Oh, you're saying just to totally cut him off that? I mean, he's gonna have Scrounger for the black on that anyway. I don't think he plays. They don't probably play a lot of double black cards. I think I'll wait. I think I also did actually see a swamp as well. Alright. Cast out is a good draw. Does this settle the wreckage? Do we just cast him out right now? Did you happen to see this version of Blue-White Control? Yeah, I played 3 mirrors yesterday, and I went 2-1 against them. I think it's definitely favored in the mirror. I think I don't know. Especially now that we're getting rid of his last artifact here, it might actually make sense to Field of Ruin and see if we can cut him off black. Alright, let's try it. So we'll still have all of our instants up. And we've got 3 Field of Ruin, so we've got plenty of ways to shuffle if we need to. And we got Island. And we'll pass. Because of the additional card draw and card return. Yeah, and also, like, your Essence Scatters actually... yeah, we have 3 fields, so... it may not... Oh, wait, should we just do this now? Well, so we're going to go up to... So field costs 2. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and do it. We'll still have Settle the Wreckage up in case he draws like a Glory Bringer, which he may not even have. So, okay, good call, JTMS. Don't think I would have seen that play on my own. So even Duresses now are dead draws. Oh, we had the Swamp in hand, okay. I thought I saw a Swamp game 1. I mean, I could just be imagining things, but I kind of did think I saw a Swamp game 1. But at least like Vraska's Contempt, if he has it, is off. But surely if he's playing Vraska's Contempt, he's playing more than one Swamp. Perhaps removing Ipnu and Approach would feel refreshing as well. But it was worth a shot. And I mean, we're obviously doing fine here. Like, we've had Teferi in play for like 15 turns, so I think we're going to be just fine. And I'm going to save this last one in case we need to shuffle away anything. Yeah. Hashtag value. So it should be unlosable now. I'm not going to... Especially since I drew that, I'm just going to plus Teferi again here. And, okay, well... I guess once we have Teferi out, that will end the game. So, or once we have the Teferi Ultimate, I mean, that will end the game. So we'll definitely wait for -8ing Teferi next turn, and then exile all of his lands. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13. He's got 7. So we'll exile all of his permanents next turn. Yeah, he's kind of wasting time. Though we're lower on time than he is, so I actually have to hurry up here. So he's got 7, 10, 11 permanents. to right. It's going to take a lot of time here. Oh shit, is that one not targeted yet? Hopefully I got all of his lands. May have left him with one here. Oh, I left him with a land. A mistake. Jesus, so many cards. Yeah, I think him having one land is fine. It's gonna take us forever to win. We made his time out this game, unfortunately. Not even sure exactly what we're doing here. Because I guess we're just waiting for him to deck. So we gotta commit something. So I guess we have to commit. Ah, man. So let's commit our own. Alright, he conceded, thank God. That would have taken so long. It's nice of our opponent to concede. We'd probably time out if he doesn't concede, honestly. Unfortunately. Alright, let me think about sideboarding here. Yeah, definitely I need to be playing faster. I welcome... Yeah, just decking, basically. Maybe I'll bring in History of Benalia's this time. At least like a couple. We don't even have Gideon's there, we're just decking him. But I think I need to bring in History of Benalia's just for clock purposes. So I want to shave a pull from tomorrow. What else do we not want? Maybe Authority's not worth it. But I think we have to bring in History of Benalia's just to actually be able to kill him on time here. Unfortunately. And I'll bring in a Gideon as well. He's not too bad. And we'll take out a... Maybe just take out the pull for tomorrow. Alright, let's do that. So we gotta play super fast. We got 3 minutes 47 seconds. It's gonna be hard to win in this amount of time. This deck is so glacially slow. I mean, I'm not... I have some responsibility for that. I'm gonna keep this hand. Opponent mulliganed. Start with our Meandering River. If the ever serious player intended to play events, making you clock yourself is a huge waste of both your time. Yeah, I kind of agree. Like, are you really just trying to win a league? Is that important to you? I think I want to counterspell rather than be able to play Gideon next turn. We'll use Syncopate first. Nah, I'm gonna Essence Scatter it. Because that does deal with Chandras and stuff, so... Can't do anything about Scrounger. But we can Gideon it next turn, which I think is going to be the play. I don't know if he would have just jammed a 4-mana thing there, but we don't really have time to consider that. Let's get Gideon down. If he's not immediately killing us with the Planeswalker, should be okay, but not sure. I mean, he easily could have a 4-mana... Yeah, Chandra's not great. And we have commit to deal with that, is the only thing. And just start bashing Chandra here. Might be the play. Gideon can take a hit for 3. But yeah, definitely my plays are going to be getting less accurate here just because I've got to play so fast here. So... I think we'll just settle the wreckage. if he attacks Gideon because he dies a Chain Whirler. Nah, I guess we don't. We just have to, I guess, leave up Syncopate. So we can Syncopate a Chain Whirler, and then we can Fumigate. Or no, we could just, well, we'll see what happens. I want to make sure I kill Chandra next turn. It should be pretty easy to accomplish. I don't think I'll settle the Wreckage that guy. I'll just leave up Syncopate in case he's got exactly Chain Whirler. I think he would have played Chain Whirler instead of this guy. I mean, obviously he could have hit a few draw steps to hit it there. Okay, he's got mana. Is he gonna play like a Glorybringer? So we'll Syncopate a Glory. No, we'll just settle the Wreckage Glorybringer. Siege Gang Commander. Okay, Siege Gang Commander is okay because we can Wrath that. Oh, I could have a Mountain. That would suck. Alright, let's hope he doesn't have a Mountain here. Alright. Well, he doesn't have black mana currently, but yeah, I'm definitely not going to be making 100% right plays here. It's just, unfortunately, nature of having 3 minutes on my clock. So he gets a kind of a window here to do something, but I'm not too worried about it. Alright, I think we're in the driver's seat here, if that's his best play. Because now we're untapping with a pretty empty board and counter spells and a bunch of mana. Alright, here we go. We can start trying to win the game now. Okay. I don't think we'd counter that anyway. We were F6'd, but I wasn't going to counter that anyway. Alright, Syncopate, whatever this is. Maybe not whatever it was. Definitely Syncopating that. For some reason I thought Settle put him on the bottom. I guess it doesn't. Maybe he can even start attacking with Gideon here, but I'm gonna wait one more turn. I guess we'll draw cards into his turn if we don't have to commit anything here. I think that's fine. We'll just draw cards. I think I'll just Fumigate seems bad. It's just plus. And attack. 2 minutes here. We'll wait for a slightly bigger board to I think we'll settle here if he wants to attack with Scrounger. Seems reasonable, actually. We don't have a way to stop like a Chandra or something from coming down. Glorybringer, alright, that's fine. He does have black to start getting back his Scrap Heap Scrounger, which is not great. Okay, Chandra is annoying. I guess I bring back Scrap into his turn. I guess our commit to memory. Let's attack Chandra.
The future and the present. Everything flows, and all
maybe I shouldn't be attacking him, but I think we got enough time that we can be attacking Chandra here. We're not in total crisis mode quite yet. And we got Seal Away to deal with this Scrounger, which should be nice. You think go face there? I could see the argument for it. We got 2 minutes, so...
There is nothing to fear.
He's got something else. Okay, well, he gets our Seal Away. But he's not gonna get back Scrounger, at least. Think we just kill Chandra here? Or make him block? Yeah, but now we're gonna have no clock is the problem. So I guess we had to not kill Chandra there. Maybe we just memory here. I think I'm gonna memory. Not great to give him 7 cards, obviously. But I don't think we're winning this game when he kills our guy there. Let's get Search down. We're gonna lose Gideon, unfortunately. And he's got a full grip there. But I think if we lose Gideon there, it's just gonna take us way too long to win the game. So I think we had to do something there. Hopefully he doesn't have a Planeswalker. Hopefully he's got a... I think I've got both my Gideons in. We've also got 2 History of Benalias. Actually, no, let's not do that. We'll let that resolve. I think we're timing out this game, unfortunately. I guess it could have cycled my land there. Minute 8. He's down to minute 56, though. I think it's fine. That's fine, we'll cast that out. It's not going to make the game take less time. Don't know if we should have done that or not, but I did it. We've done it. Alright, I guess it worked out. Uh, 34 seconds. I don't think we're gonna do this, guys. So this deck. Probably gonna disallow this, and I'll just seal away that. He's also kind of low on time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was right to Essence Scatter or Seal Away there. Six. We're both sub 1 minute here. Yes. Yes. Yeah, we're screwed. Yeah, 1 second. We time out. Unfortunate, yeah. Oh, we definitely would have won that game. Oh, God, I gotta play faster. This deck is so glacially slow. Glacially, get it? Yeah, I mean, we played well enough, just not fast enough. So, definitely I appreciate, Chad, if you'll jump on me whenever I'm playing too slow. Because, I mean, you can try to play super fast at the end, but really the way to play is to just be playing fast all along. I guess I don't have the deck listing registered, but it's the Grand Prix list. Yeah, it's no WinCon control. It's the one Leo something played. It came in second at Grand Prix Birmingham. That is the list. I guess I can also show you the list while we wait. But yeah, basically got Gideon's here as the answer. No, that is true, but definitely sometimes I'm just like taking too long on certain decisions, and you just gotta play super fast. Okay, we'll keep. This hand's okay. 4-0 to 8-0, that's pretty good. Alright, let's leave it at that. I think we're gonna want to cycle this irrigated farmland. You didn't like the Meltdown? Meltdown does seem a little random to me. I kind of want to put another... How does one win with no win con? Show me the way. You can deck them by doing stupidity with Teferi. By you emblem Teferi and then exile all their permanents, and it's not fun. Like, it's possible I just don't play fast enough to play this deck. Like, it's... But I'm gonna try to get better. Can't stop that. Let's just go ahead and cycle right now. This hand might be a little too slow against them. Though, we can counter whatever he's going to use to accrue Heart of Kieran at least next turn. Okay, there's Cast Out. Cast Out's a fine draw. Play that pass. Sorry, I kind of want to put it into a third search for Escant on the board. Yeah, I mean, I might just have to put in something like a approach. Like, I just may not have a real choice. Alright, I don't mind him cycling. Definitely gonna keep this Cast Out. I mean, the real key is just to stay ahead of your opponent on clock. You know, you don't have to play much faster than that. Alright, so I think we'll just see what he does, and then if he's just going to resolve a creature next turn, we'll counter like a Karn, but if he's just going to resolve like a creature, then okay, he's not doing a Planeswalker. We'll probably just cast out his Heart of Kieran into turn and then fumigate his creatures away, something like that. But not going to fumigate away, obviously, a single Soulscar Mage. So you got a 2-drop he's going to play. Oh. So let's get rid of Heart of Kieran. The deck's actually just better without approach, and Gear Hulks leaves you with not many openers that are just garbage. I do think it's better this version. It's just the problem is at least personally with me, just losing on time is a pain. Glorybringer would kill our Teferi, so I'm gonna just wait. Next turn we can play Teferi plus leave up Disallow. Might be a little bit conservative, but we're doing fine against this board right now, and he's probably got expensive stuff in his hand since he's seems to be missing lands and spells. One of them's probably like an Unlicensed Disintegration or something. But yeah, I think this is a fine way to play it. Actually, if he plays Glorybringer, we'll just settle the wreckage hit. If he plays Glorybringer now. Disallow Planeswalker. Not gonna settle the wreckage his lowly Soulscar Mage. This looks like it's probably a Planeswalker. Maybe it's a Ballista. If it's a Ballista, what do we do? Heart of Kieran. I kind of want to disallow that. And then we'll play Teferi. Alright, perfect. So in real life, it's kind of a pain to lower experienced players who don't realize they're dead or don't concede in general, and you just have to draw. Yeah, and I mean, they can also just... They can also just... oh, at least online. They don't have chess clock on Moto, obviously, but... Online, it's strategic to some extent to make you time out. If somewhat... Is it BM? Yeah, I mean, online, like, you definitely don't, I mean, you don't have to, like, just click on stuff online, so, or in person, I mean, not online. You don't have to just, like, sit there clicking on shit, so. There's that. So, Glorybringer will Essence Scatter, Planeswalker will disallow, something like a Chain Whirler or whatever will just Fumigate next turn. But yeah, like once you've like got the win, you can just like play. Okay, well we can just settle the wreckage. That's fine. I guess like yeah, for some reason was thinking countering it doesn't work, but it works fine. But we'll settle the wreckage's stuff next turn. It'll be fun. I think that's better than disallowing it. Just save that for Planeswalkers or something. Should have obviously plussed with Teferi first. He might just, like, kill his guy. So maybe I should have countered that. I mean, it's not that big of a deal if he kills his guy. But maybe better just counter that. I'm playing, like, probably too fast right now. I'm, like, over-adjusting. So we'll see if he kills his Phoenix here. Yeah, Essence Scatter probably was right there. Hey, Chocobo Charlie, I appreciate the follow. Now I'm playing like frantically, I feel like I'm on like speed or something. So I probably need like somewhere in between the two. Let's Essence Scatter that. Even though it doesn't really matter. Yes, let's put that in the yard. Alright, irrigated farmland, we'll cycle that. Well, let's draw first. Probably fire that off this turn if he doesn't make us disallow something. Blink of an eye is not bad. Yeah, I think the weakness with not Essence Scattering there is that it turns on his removal spells to save his Phoenix. And like he didn't do it, but it seems like he probably has removal spells just languishing in his hand. Okay, I don't think I care about that guy. So I'm just gonna pull for tomorrow for a bunch here. And that will basically end the game. Yeah, he's thinking Hulk, but he's dead wrong. Alright, we'll just pitch this land. No. And let's transform. Let's draw. Let's search. There's a Gideon. Do I play Gideon this turn? I think I'll play Gideon next turn. I'm not in a hurry. Just have a couple counter spells up. I'll discard 2 lands here. Might be too conservative, but I mean, I'm not losing this way either, so. Just in case he somehow has 2 counter spells or whatever. Did I win a games just for not having... Oh, did I win games just for just not having creatures? Yeah, it just makes... I mean, their game 1 is just so bad against you. Though it's kind of curious that he didn't kill his Phoenix, because you'd think he has the means to kill it. So Teferi can take a hit. That ain't no thing. And then we'll drop Gideon next turn. Oh shit. He's got... Is he gonna like magma spray his own guy? Just to deal another point of damage. Though... It would actually put -1/-1 count. Oh, on creatures they control. Okay. Only opponents' creatures, never mind. Alright, so let's just pass here. I guess I can blink of an eye this guy. Nah, I'm gonna wait. I don't need to. I could have untapped that to... Nah, it didn't. None of this matters. It's just trying to make sure... The biggest problem we could have right now is just not killing him in time. The only way we lose this match is due to the clock. So go ahead and plus. And we'll pass. I feel like there will be a resurgence of blue-black control. Because I think it has a good matchup versus this, but I do think white-black vehicles matchup might not be too good, which will probably keep it from showing its head. Yeah, and blue-black control is just has a tough time against the creature decks. Because you don't get the you don't get all the wraths. I mean, I don't know that it has a tough time against the creature match. It's just worse against the creature decks. All right, so we're 2 minutes up on the clock. I consider that a victory unto itself here. All right, so let's figure out how the hell we're sideboarding. Who in the chat likes? So I'm sure we're bringing in these. Who in the chat likes these? I kind of like the idea of negates. Maybe negates are like better than disallows. What do we think about just swapping out? Yeah, I think I like that. Because we still have essence scatters. We'll leave in 1 disallow. So we're gonna have to still cut 7. I think cutting 1 of each of these is fine. I don't know if I like cutting the search for Escanta or not. I actually don't really know if I like that. Cast Out's gonna be able to deal with his planeswalkers. Yeah, I think we want both the Gideons. I'm actually less sure about that than these other ones, but I think we want both the Gideons. We are up on the clock, which is key. It's like, I'm so excited just to be up on the clock. It just so rarely happens to me. Do we just get rid of all of the pull for tomorrows? Do we just not need that at all? Okay, let's do that. Blink of an Eye is always kind of just like a cuttable card. You think not having disallow seems loose? I mean, we'll have the same number of total counters. And I mean, we got a lot of counters. We'll still have a lot of counters. We're just swapping in the negates. I mean, it seems like this is the matchup for either Meltdown. Even though I do sort of agree it seems meh. But it's like, where else are you using this? I mean, maybe just it's... I won't rule out the possibility it's so bad that you don't want it anywhere, but I mean, it does get a Heart of Kirin. It gets Chainwalkers and shit. I kind of agree it's meh in general. Dude, I'm not freaking... What is the difference between okay? Wait an hour. I'm not updating, dude. You think it just shouldn't be there? Alright, well, I gotta come up with 4 cuts. I'm actually fine cutting one of these. I'm gonna cut 2 Blink of an Eyes unless I think of something else. Maybe a Blink of an Eye and a Search, but man, I like having Search. Let's cut 1. Let's go 1 negate, 1... Let's do 2 negates, 2 disallows. I think I like that mix. Pretty arbitrary. And I'm gonna cut... a 2 Blink of an Eyes, I guess. I don't know, the cast out. I kind of like having the cast outs. I don't think I want to cut the cast outs. I like the spyglasses too, because the planeswalkers are the biggest issue. I think I'm gonna sideboard like this, but don't take this as anything remotely authoritative. All the suggestions in the chat are very reasonable. All right, definitely got to keep this one. I forget, how many search for Escantas? Did I board out a search? Yeah, so I got my 1 search. You don't think we need the 3rd Fumigate? I've liked Fumigate so far in this matchup. They aren't a heavy put creatures on the battlefield deck. That's true. I guess that's a good point. I mean, most of my Fumigates were getting like 2 things. I think we want Search right now. We really need to draw lands. And Spyglass is really only for 4 drops. But yeah, we gotta get Search down there. Do they leave in Chain Whirlers against... What 3 drops do they leave in? Like a Pia Nilar? Probably worse than a Chain Whirler. Alright, Chain Whirler I'm not too worried about. Alright, let's put him in the yard. Okay, Field of Ruin is okay. Doesn't allow us to disallow, but we'll have Syncopate up. Do we Syncopate or do we just get the spy? I think I'm just gonna leave up. Yeah, let's just leave up Syncopate here. If he doesn't do anything, we'll just end a turn Field of Ruin for... Yeah, Spyglass Heart is the thing. We have a few answers for... Well, we've only really got Settle the Wreckage as an answer to that. I mean, we got Syncopate, obviously. I can counter it. Okay, I think we're countering this. Yeah. No thanks. Let's get a land, please. Yeah, I think we just need lands. Seal Away wouldn't be bad, but we just need lands. Okay, well, technically it's a land. Alright, I think Spyglass now makes sense. Okay, well that was exactly what I was afraid of, was him having Karn plus Chandra, so it actually worked out pretty well. And he's got Glorybringer in his hand, plus Ether Hub, so he can do that right away. If he Doomfalls us, I don't think that's that big of a deal. Only thing awkward about Doomfall is he gets to take our Seal Away right away. So we could do it right there, but I'd rather... If he's going to play the Glorybringer, I want to Seal Away the Glorybringer rather than the Goblin. Yeah, the deck's... I mean, we were doing fine last time, too. Alright, I think I'll just seal away this guy, and if he wants to play Glorybringer post-combat, I'm not that worried about it. Like, I'm not worried about Glorybringer too much in general, but... I mean, it's... Oof. Well, we couldn't do anything about that anyway. Well, which one is it? Is it Disallow? God, we can't even cast Settle the... I guess we'll get rid of the Settle the Wreckage here. We're gonna have to hope to rip an untapped land and... Yeah, even minusing on the Angrath's not that good. Okay, we don't want to put that... Because he's just gonna die to Glorybringer then, unfortunately. Put Island in the graveyard now. Yeah, we got a -3 Teferi. Our Teferi's gonna die immediately to Glorybringer, which sucks. But I don't really see what else we can do. Maybe could we consider plussing Teferi here? Doesn't do much, but I think our Teferi will still be in play. But then we won't be able to minus on the Angrath, and then we'll have... Yeah, we'll just have too much to deal with if we do that. So I think we got a minus... And then probably we'll eventually Field of Ruin away that guy. That's true, we'll speed up Escanta a little bit. So Glorybringer's gonna kill Teferi. We're in okay shape as long as we... I think he's missing... He's gonna tap for another red here. As long, I mean, we got a bit of time to deal with Glorybringer. It's not that big a deal. We are gonna have to at some point Field of Ruin him, and that'll let us fix for white as well. If we have like a Seal Away here, we can't get rid of it. Let's put that in the yard. Settle the Wreckage is not that bad. Like we're taking another hit from Glorybringer. Okay, so do we just Settle the Wreckage right now? Or not settle? Not obviously we're not Settle the Wreckage right now. Because I don't want him to like have a cycling land, draw a card, and then cycle into his Angrath. So I think I'm just gonna do this now. I don't think he's gonna have any 2-drops that matter here. We'll go and get a white. That's right, he's got the Doomfall. We know he's got the Doomfall. So I guess we'll have to counter the Doomfall. I guess the only way that sort of bites us in the ass is if he does have the cycling land just like sitting there in his hand. Alright, well we get a flip Escanta next turn. So that's good news. We'll counter this Doomfall. I don't think we know anything else in his hand here. Does he have another Doomfall? Okay, that's not that big a deal. Because Settle the Wreckage, we'll handle that. As long as he doesn't draw Duress. Planes. I don't know if I'll keep the planes. I guess. I don't know. We could do better in the planes. Let's transform. Okay, Gideon's not gonna be pretty good after Settle the Wreckage, but we can't do it yet. Because he can pump the token with Thopter. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we know nothing about his hand. How does he play around Settle the Wreckage here? Does he know we have... He knows we have Settle in hand, right? But, I mean, if he just attacks with Glorybringer, I think we've got to settle it. If he just attacks with, like, Thopter token... Okay, I'm gonna settle here. That's fine. I'll let him pump if he wants to. Can we even just take 3 here and then like try to rip a Fumigate? Yeah, holding a Contempt would make sense. So he's gonna pump another time. Because then we just get to drop Gideon on the Glorybringer, and that seems pretty solid. So that worked out well. We're up on the clock against our opponent. That's the critical thing. That's the number one thing. Let's get Gideon down here, I think. Because I think he would have probably played differently if he had something good in hand. Yeah, let's get Gideon down. There's ways this could backfire, for sure. There are definitely ways this could backfire. Like if he drops a... I mean, even if he drops a Chandra, we've got commit. I think the biggest... Yeah, I don't know. I think it's okay. Alright, the Phoenix doesn't bother me. Skanta first over what? We didn't have the mana to Gideon plus the Skanta there. Okay. I guess we're gonna commit the Rekindling Phoenix. Let's play my land here. Could maybe even take a hit for 4 here to Gideon. Yeah, I'm just like a little bit worried about my life total. Nah, I don't. I'm too worried about Chain Whirler. That'd be pretty annoying. So let's do this, and we'll Field of Ruin him into turn to shuffle away the Phoenix. I mean, we're hellbent now. Ooh, we could counter this. That'd be, I mean, counter it with a removal spell. Shouldn't have too many removal spells in at this, you know, after sideboarding. All right, I like him doing nothing. So let's shuffle away that Phoenix here. I don't think it matters which land we get. Field of Ruin and forcing them to shuffle is so sick. Okay, cast out is not bad. But I think we're going to just hold on to it for right now. And we'll Escant on his turn. I don't think any need to do it right now. Because possibly we want to cast out something. If he drops like a Chandra here, he could have Karns in his hand. That would sort of make sense. Alright, he's going to cycle that. Or, yeah, because I guess I mean, why would you play Karn if the Spyglass is out? I don't know. So I'll just go for Escanta here. Well, it's also just how it worked out. But yeah, I just didn't want to go too low here. We kind of had to fade some things, and like if he just like immediately Vraska's contempted it or something, or even played some number of Planeswalkers, it would have been pretty awkward. Negate or Teferi? I think Teferi. I think we're not worried about all that much right now. Okay, Blink of an Eye is not a bad one to have with Teferi here. Easy Teferi always. I had to give it, you know, I had to think about it, you know. I guess I'll keep that in hand. I don't really need another land. We'll untap Island plus Escanta here. Yeah. Yeah, Blink's got a lot of like really nice little uses like that. Give it the yield, college try. I'm all about the college try. Not really sure it could be in his hand. Like some number of lands would make sense. Though, if he's playing Ballista, you've got to be playing most of your lands. Like, you can leave one land in hand, but you got to be playing most of your lands. This game is over, though, I'm pretty sure at this point. Did I say we'd cycle this? We're not cycling that. We're going to do this. I like the blink your cast out that they Blossoming Defense. That's pretty nice. I also like sometimes if they have, like, if you seal away a legend... So like, let's say you cast out their Teferi, they play another Teferi, you can respond, blink of an eye, you're cast out, they're a legend, roll one of them, then you got another cast out to use. Alright, let's just get cast out, I guess. Yeah, we're winning here. For shizzle. Alright, we'll cycle main phase. At some point, I guess we'll start killing them, but... not this turn. Cycle right now. They probably have like one creature removal. Yeah. Alright, so now we can probably start getting in with Gideon now that we've got the seal away. Which, I guess technically I could have, you know, done things in a different order and realized that, but it's like in chess, if it's like, okay, well, I've got a mate in 5 or a mate in, or, you know, you've got a for sure mate in 5. Do you sit there and think about how you could possibly have a mate in 3? No. Winning is winning. And we're up on time. That's like the most exciting thing. Yeah, Karn and a creature removal or something. Alright, so we got that one. So 1-1 today against Black-Red. I'll kind of count the first one as a win because we just only lost on time. But let's keep it going. Actually, I'm gonna grab water real quick, guys, but it'll be like 30 seconds and we'll get into the next one. All right, we're back. Let's do it. I would appreciate everybody who is watching for some late night blue eye control. I know this is my favorite way to spend a Saturday evening. Countering everything my opponents do. Not letting anybody have fun, including myself. But yeah, I like the speed at which we played that last game too. Alright, mid guy. Ah. Gotta keep it. The two-landers are always pretty awkward with this deck, but we got 25 that we can draw. Okay, looks like gift. Never played this matchup before. Does that Angel have Vigilance? I can't remember. I don't think it does, right? Angel of Innovation? That's not what it's called. What is it called? Angel of... I can't remember what it's called. Gonna need to definitely draw some lands here. Angel of Invention, there it is. He's getting in there. He's not looking to mill. It does have Vigilance, so we can't seal it, but we have a million other answers to it. Plus we can just cast out God Pharaoh's Gift. It's probably a good matchup, I would assume. Alright, well, we'll play this, and pray to God of Skinny Punks that we draw a land here on our next turn. Try to seal away this guy. He gets a draw card, which isn't great, but... Yeah, I haven't played this. I've played against this deck before, but I've not played this specific matchup of the blue-white side of things. Kind of curious that he's not like milling himself. Isn't that kind of what the deck wants to do? He's gonna go get the gate. So if we don't draw land, we gotta cycle cast out right away. Untapped land would be best. Alright. Do we counter the gate? I don't know. I assume that's what he got? Yeah, okay. I feel like we don't have to counter the gate. Or am I crazy? I guess we'll counter the gate. Yeah, we'll counter the gate. Okay, I don't think we'll counter that. We can fumigate or settle the wreckage at some point. Do we cycle cast out now? You can also disallow the gate activation, I guess. I think we really need to hit land here. Like, I wouldn't mind having a cast out in my hand, but we really need to hit land. Alright. So we got there on the land. So he's going to mill himself. Yeah, should be fine spot for us here, I think. Alright, he hit Angel and Glint Sleeve Siphoner. Probably going to be pretty trigger happy pulling the Settle the Wreckage here. Because if he like attacks with these two guys, just having that guy on a board versus Teferi seems pretty good. I think I want to do it. Because this also reduces creatures in yard for his gate. I mean, only by one, because he's going to shoot us. So he's going to go up to 3 creatures, mill himself. He's probably going to get his gate down here, but I think that's totally okay. Okay, I'm just gonna pass now.
You guys ready to order?
He's only got one energy left, so if he doesn't mill a... I guess he'd have to mill like 3 creatures. So, not that likely. And he's up to 5. But yeah, I'll just wait here. We got no hurry. And we're up on time, most importantly. That's pretty annoying. I guess we can just let that happen. Because we'll have disallow or cast out. And I mean, he can't even... He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So I think it's okay. I mean, disallowing it means he gets to activate his thing and then we can't stop it, so that's not an option. I don't know, maybe we should have just slammed Teferi last turn and just hoped he didn't get 3 creatures with the Minister of Inquiries. But, I don't know. Hard to say, hard to say. Because yeah, cast out and disallow are both options here. If he takes disallow, maybe we just... Or if he takes disallow, maybe we just cast out his freebooter into turn. So it's pretty tempting to fumigate that at some point, but we have to just make sure we do it at the right time regarding as far as not getting owned by God Pharaoh's Gift. I think you take cast out, but I'm not sure. If we draw a land, then we get to play Teferi plus and then leave up disallow, which seems like that'll be pretty good. He took fumigate? Okay. Not that worried about that. He's gonna attack for 1. Do we just cast out God Pharaoh's Gift here? Or Gate to the Afterlife? So that's gonna let him activate that. It's not sorcery speed, right? Maybe we just cast out in response. Alright, I think I'm fine with cast out in response. I don't know if he plays counter spells. I actually hadn't thought about that. I don't think those decks play counter spells. Alright, well you got a Walking Ballista for 0. And then even if he wants to play Gate, it doesn't really matter that much. Okay. Because we've got Disallow for the trigger on it. If we draw land, then we're doing okay. We'll land plus Teferi. He can attack it for 4, but 4 is less than 5. Okay, that's what I like to see. And I think I'll just let the gate resolve and then get the trigger. Because it'll make him waste more mana. So I guess he's not interested in trying to get the gate going right away. It'd be awkward if he has another ballista in hand. He's already had 2. It wouldn't be that awkward. He's not even gonna play the gate. Alright, I mean, I guess we're just letting Teferi die, then we gotta play another one next turn. He's very confident that we can't kill that guy. Unfortunately, he's right. But I would think making sure Teferi dies is worth sending all your guys. But he can't cast as any double white spells next turn. Unless he draws white source or energy. Let Teferi take 4. If he does nothing, we'll just cast out his freebooter into turn. That's fine. I guess he's gonna run out the gate now. Yeah, he's got 2 gate to the afterlife, so why wouldn't you run out 1 now just to, I don't know, do something? Let's get the freebooter here. We gotta wrath him. Anyway, then we'll have 2 disallows plus sitting on Teferi. He'll have no board. Seems like it should be good enough to me. Could have played a land and Gideon, but I don't think there's a rush to get Gideon out right now. And yeah, if he wants to play the gate, then we will just let it resolve. Let him activate it and disallow the trigger, and that'll cause it to be sacked. And he won't have enough mana. He's not going to have 10 mana, which is what he would need to play 2 and activate him in the same turn. Resolves. So we'll just disallow the ability on that. It's fine. Okay, I don't know if he's really just not going to get very far doing it this way. I regret to inform him. And like, it wouldn't even be that bad if he did resolve, if he got the gift into play. Maybe this is his best route because, you know, if we don't have 2 disallows, it's kind of good. Start bashing with the old Gidster. So I should have left the field of ruin up, try to cut him off double white, but we have Essence Scatter for the Angel anyway. I guess I want to Essence Scatter that. Just not let him loot. Make him... I don't know. Maybe it's dumb. Maybe I just wanted to settle the wreck. Yeah, I should have just settled the wreckage that guy next turn. That was dumb. Just lets him like draw cards now for no reason. So shouldn't have Essence Scattered that guy. That was definitely a mistake. Let's go ahead and Field of Ruin that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, I think him drawing a bunch of cards is going to be okay. I don't think any of them matter, but there's just no reason to do that. Should have just settled the wreckage to the 2-1. Not have to deal with him getting some extra cards. He's got one more gate somewhere in his deck. Can't do anything about that. So we got Syncopate ready to go. He's gonna also have God Pharaoh's gifts itself at some point. I guess we have to Syncopate that. We can do it for 6 and it doesn't really matter. So do it for exactly 7. Let's play the mind games here. That's kind of dumb, just let him have the 1-2. But he may actually like pay it to try to get the other counterspell out of our hand or something. But that's just unnecessarily cheeky, probably. Might have to minus on this as long as he's not. Alright, he's gonna pay it. Might have to just minus on the freebooter next turn. Alright, you get nothing, buddy. That was probably unnecessarily cheeky there. Okay, that's a good draw. Let's just draw a card here. Okay, good draw. Alright, he is conceded. I think there were some minor inaccuracies towards the end there, but nothing too bad. We went into gates, invoked the divines. So how does Godpharaoh... So that actually stops Godpharaoh's gift from, like, hitting you right away? Is that even worth it, though? I mean, probably just never let it resolve is the main idea. The Fumigates felt pretty good against him, honestly. Yeah, I don't think you want Authority of the Councils. I don't think it's going to do enough. So I think we'll bring in these. I don't know if they bring in, like, Planeswalkers. Like, Gideon's kind of okay against them. I don't know if we really need another one. Blink of an Eye seems good. Actually seems like really good against them. Seal Away. I mean, just to be able to deal with, like, Glint Sleeve Siphoners and stuff early on is not bad. I think we went 3 Fumigates. I could see cutting down, like, 1 Settle the Wreckage here. Maybe just switch in these... Disallow is quite good against him. Maybe Essence Scatters or... Yeah, I don't think we need the Essence Scatters. See ya, man. See ya, Squared. Appreciate you hanging out, buddy. Alright. What are we bringing in? Or, we know what we're bringing in, but we have to figure out what we're cutting. Yeah, I want the Fumigates, pretty sure. Maybe we could just go down like 1 -1 pull for tomorrow. I think just one of those is fine. So we gotta find one more cut. Blink of an Eye I think is very good against him because it's like counters early gate activation. You just put it back in their hand. One cut. Could just be Gideon. It's just I just hate having to win that way. I just want one way. I just want one thing that actually kills them. This guy might just Alright, let's cut the Gideon. I don't think the Gideon's too good against him. This guy's the conceding type, I think. He's not here to waste everybody's time. We're up on a clock, so I don't think there should be any shenanigans like that. 16 minutes should be plenty. Okay, I like this hand, I think. I mean, it's got turn 2 search for Escanta. Hopefully he doesn't get it with a freebooter right away, or duress it, which probably comes in post-board. But Fumigates, I mean, yeah, and I don't know, they just can't, I don't think they can win that fast. Like, I guess if they have, like, a really nut draw with that milling guy, and then mill perfectly, that's pretty good. Is he getting the freebooter? Okay, I actually don't care that much about that guy. I mean, he's gonna be able to draw some cards and stuff, which is cool and all, but happy to just get my search for Escanta down. We kind of have a redundant hand here, so we're pretty resilient to a hand disruption spell, and yeah, it's just nice to have search for Escanta going. And he probably, unless he's got another Glint Sleeve Siphoner or either hub or mill guy, he's not going to be able to draw another card. Okay, well he does. So we might draw a few extra cards here on us. He's got all the energy, actually. Yeah, I guess we don't want to put Syncopate in the yard. He's gonna get to draw a card. He's gonna get a few cards off these Siphoners, which will be annoying, but hopefully our Rast will help clean up. He's getting in even with the Minister. Doesn't give a fuck. He's gonna draw 2 cards next turn. Syncopate a lot of things here. Definitely like a gate we syncopate. Yeah, let's syncopate that. Blue source wouldn't be bad. Yeah, I'll keep that. So this guy's our Settle the Wreckage ever so slightly. He's drawing a bunch of cards, that's for sure. Oh, he had to use his energy to play that? Ah, I didn't get to draw another card. I like that. I didn't have the blue. Wrecked. If he just attacks with like one siphoner, I might just fumigate next turn. Pretty much giving away that we got Settle the Wreckage here. But let's just fumigate next turn. This is gonna also make him play around maybe I don't know if he should have attacked with that guy. Because then the gate would be a lot more threatening. You could have a counterspell here, which would not be good. But not sure we can do too much about that. I think we want to... Let's put it in the yard. Not much we can do about that. Let's just go ahead and... if he had a counterspell, I don't think he probably would have attacked with everything. Maybe not. Alright. Well, he's not going to be gating us right away. Hopefully we can just Teferi and minus on whatever he plays this turn. He's got a lot of cards in hand, but I think we're doing okay. Actually, I guess we can get... Depending on what he does. We also have Teferi plus Negate up next turn, which is nice. So we'll have a few options depending on exactly what he wants to do. He probably knows we have Settled the Wreckage in hand. Alright, Trophy Mage does not bother me. I think I'll just Teferi plus here. And we'll have Negate for his artifact, which you can't even activate yet anyway. This deck is just bad. Like, am I wrong? This deck's just bad. Okay, a little more awkward now. Maybe we'll hit like a seal away. I think we want to put Negate in the yard, yeah. I think I'm still going to play Teferium Plus. I mean, he doesn't die, so... Okay, Fumigate's going to be a good one. And we'll negate the gate. I guess they keep drawing cards off that, which is unfortunate, but I don't think any reasonable way to not have that happen. And Teferi will survive, so we'll also be drawing cards. I think Windows wants me to update. What do you guys think? I'll negate the... Okay, well, that's good for us. So he doesn't know we have Fumigate. It'd be kind of sucky if he goes like Freebooter right now, but that's not happening. So let's get a land here. I'll take an untapped land for sure. I think I want to put that in my yard, yeah. Alright, let's plus. Alright, well, it's got to resolve. Yeah, negate. Oh, cycling, okay. Cycling I can deal with. Because now we'll be able to untap with some manas. And he doesn't... Well, he will have the mana, now that he played the land, to activate... To play 2 gates and activate. Which we're just going to have to live with. It's not really even the end of the world if that happens. Like, it's going to make things awkward for sure, but I think it's survivable, I think. Now, if he's got a freebooter first, that would be no bueno. Let's go ahead and negate the... If he's got another one, he does get a use out of it, which is not great. She could. He's got another gate. Not another gate. Liliana, I don't care that much about. Probably just cast out plus settle the wreckage here. Nah, let's put that in the yard, I think. No, let's not put it in the yard. So we're gonna have 3, 6, 8 mana, so we're gonna have enough for cast out plus settle the wreckage. And we'll have Escanta as well, so we'll actually have 9. Okay. Let's go ahead and plus. Let's cast the cast out. The Liliana. Do I want to play this farmland? Save it. Free to would be annoying, as usual. But we still have 2 Teferis in hand, so it wouldn't even be the end of the world. There it is. So I guess he'll kill our Teferi, but I mean, we'll get to search for Escanta now. We got 2 more Teferis in hand, so not too big of a deal. How do we want to proceed here? I think Teferi is a good start. We got another one, so we can blink stuff to, or we can use Blink of an Eye to save our Teferi. Use 2 of our 3 fumigates, so can't rely on drawing that. He probably drew that. Alright, we'll just bounce one of the tokens, I think. Put Teferi to 1. Don't really want him to have another Angel Invention in his hand. And this will cause Teferi to survive, which is good enough for me. Alright, commit to memory is not bad. Also like negate. I think we'll just get the Escanta down right now. Decide exactly what we're going to do. Maybe just let Teferi die is okay. Maybe Escanta could also commit that guy. Yeah, let's just commit the Angel, and we can shuffle it away. Oh, he's just okay. Let's. Teferi will survive. And we'll just got to. Oops, gotta pay blue. Alright, he has had enough. So far so good. So in around 4 here. That seems like a pretty easy matchup. I just think that God Pharaoh's gift deck is garbage, honestly. I just don't think it's good at all. Like, I remember playing it, and it was just like... you're trying to combo off, and then like they just have an abrade main deck that kills you, and then sometimes you even combo off, and like you're doing all this work and you're getting like a 6/6 lifelinker into play. You're not just like immediately winning the game. All right, I think this one's a mulligan. We got too much expensive stuff and too few lands on the play. This looks like a keeper though, just like my girlfriend. That's what people tell me. Alright, we're up against Alchemist here. In round 4. Looks like he's 1-0. He mulliganed. Definitely keep his hand. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, only thing wrong with it is it doesn't have enough cards in hand. Yeah, I'll keep that because we need the extra blue for a disallow. Probably won't play it. Well, yeah, I guess we'll play it now. So I don't think we're gonna have to syncopate something. We could though, but then we won't have disallow it next turn. But I think syncopate's probably still gonna be good next turn. So let's just do it this way. There's a few decks that play fetid pools. I mean, blue light control is the one that springs to mind. Or okay, Esper control here. So I'd say it's certainly Esper control when you see those ones. I don't think there's any kind of like aggro type deck that's doing all that. Alright, well, we've got all of the disallows. The main thing you want to do in a control mirror is not draw your creature removal. So, we've drawn 4 cards that are good versus, you know, 1 blank. Alright, might have to pull off, might have to do the pull for tomorrow for 2 into turn. I mean, we got to settle the wreckage to discard, so let's just draw 2. Which I think I was talking shit about 4 mana draw 2 earlier. Which is just slightly worse than. He's F6'd. That's interesting. Alright, well, we'll see. I don't know if he has Gear Hulks or not. We're certainly well equipped for counter wars. Yeah, you just want to keep drawing lands here. That's all you want to do. He's doing a good job of drawing lands as well. Much to my chagrin. We drew Settle the Wreckage, not great. I don't think we try to fight over Glimmers or anything like that, should they have them. Let's discard Settle the Wreckage here, I think. We try to resolve this. You can go like Teferi and have a counter spell up, so it's a little sketchy. If we had like 1 more land, I think I would do it. But let's discard the seal away, I think. If we had 1 more land, then I would do it. I would consider it. So now we'd have 5. Syncopate for 1 is probably not gonna help us in the counter war. let's just pass, I think. Might probably Field of Ruin something to try to get a blue source. Not gonna fight over Glimmer or anything here. We'll fight over a giant pull from tomorrow. Looks like a giant pull from tomorrow. We'll just syncopate for 1 here. But very good chance we're just gonna be losing a counter war to a Teferi. Okay, I don't care about the. Put 2 cards on the bottom. I think I want to fire off one of. Nah. I kind of want another blue, is the only thing. He could have like a big pull for tomorrow here, which would be annoying. Oh, I shouldn't have tapped my Field of Ruin. Because now we can Field of Ruin my Field of Ruin. That's actually bad. Okay, he didn't do that though. I think slow and steady gets the job done here. I mean, he's got the mana advantage, which definitely gives him advantage in this game. Just discarding a hand size now. So are we. Kind of want to play search for a Skanta. Nah. Search for Skanta. If we had 1 more mana, I would want to do that. Alright, I'm going to do it. I'm really unsure if it's the right play though. I feel like he doesn't have a hand with like a bunch of Teferis and counter spells in it. Because he would have done that instead of Glimmer of Genius. It would have been a lot better for him. Like he sort of had a window and didn't really use it too much. Yeah, okay, I'm not gonna fight over the because just him having a Teferi is too gross. Also not gonna fight over a Glimmer. I'll Essence Scatter a Gear Hulk, but I don't think he's gonna have a Gear Hulk. Oh, he does have a Gear Hulk. Alright, well, we've only got 1 disallow, so I mean, he might be able to resolve a Teferi here. Okay, I'm fine with. I think that's okay to let those resolve. I mean, like I said, I can't just counter that. He just plays Teferi, and then it's game over. Pretty close to virtually game over. That's Alright. It'd be nice to actually have lands here. We'll Essence Scatter another Gear Hulk. Let's discard Seal Away here. Or not. I think I can let that happen. He pitched a Fatal Push. Makes sense. I don't care about Scarab God. Actually, I guess I do. Now that I think about it. Maybe I should have tried to fight with that a little bit more. Because... I think I might cast out into turn here. He's gonna get back his Gear Hulk. He's gonna Glimmer. Alright, I think we cast out now on the Scarab God. He might counter this, but sort of gives us free reign next turn if he does. Okay. Because now what we can do is Teferi minus on the Scarab God and Blink of an Eye's guy. I don't know, it's not necessarily going to be good though. He's only got one more Gear Hulk in the yard. So maybe we can plus on Teferi. This guy can't kill Teferi if we plus. And we can... try to seal away the Scarab God. If we hit a land, we'll be able to seal away plus defend it with a counterspell. Put bottom top with this last Glimmer. We gotta play fast here though. So I think let's try this. Quite. I do want to play that though. I'll tap 2 lands. Oh, we got a Blink of an Eye that guy, I guess. Yeah, it's really not ideal, but it's gonna at least make him waste mana. And we can try to seal away his Gear Hulk. Stop that. Yeah, we'll try to seal away his Gear Hulk. He should Field of Ruin away our Field of Ruin. In my opinion. Okay, he's letting that resolve. That means we'll, unless he has like a cast out, we get 2. Which you might. He's just gonna play Scarab God again. Ooh, Teferi. That sucks. He's gonna minus on our Teferi, surely. Oh, he's doing that. Makes sense. Alright, well, we're definitely in big trouble here. He should Field of Ruin our Field of Ruin right now. Probably. I mean, he might have... Sure, he's got plenty of other things to do with his mana. Yeah, not looking too good right now. Never good when they untap with a Teferi. We got the Field of Ruin for his Escanta. I think it would have been game if he just Field of Ruined our Field of Ruin there. He might be able to disallow the Field of Ruin. We can fight that a little bit. this now. It didn't disallow it. So we can counter Scarab God twice. Which probably is enough. Maybe not, actually. He could counter back. Okay. That's not happening. I don't think we want to pull for tomorrow for 2 here. Yeah, I think we just gotta try to have another turn with Teferi in play, and I don't know. Hard to say what real game plan we have here. Don't have much of one. Try to get pull from tomorrow down. Is there another Scarab God? Oh, he's just gonna untap lands. Gearhulk. Syncopate for 4. Let's see. Wow, it actually resolved. That is somewhat surprising. Just discard a planes, I guess. I mean, he may just resolve some big pull from tomorrow or something here. No? Okay, well, we're kind of drawing the cards that we need to. Wow, he's got no counters, really. What is his hand? Let's play Search for Escanta here. He's got no counter spells in his hand? That's shocking. We're slightly ahead on clock. That's always good news. I don't know. He must have like more Teferis in his hand. That would make sense. Okay. I don't know that we're fighting over that. Unfortunately. We're not going to flip our Escanta yet. I guess we're going to resolve this because didn't seem to be fighting over stuff before. We really want to hit a Field of Ruin. He's got another Teferi. Okay. Maybe we do flip the Search for Escanta here. Definitely gonna cycle this. Not ideal. Turned our cycling land into a non-cycling land. No, and I guess we do flip. I mean, what are we really hoping for? Destined to only get 1 activation out of this, I'm sure. And disallowing that with the second Field of Ruin doesn't really make any sense. Can we get a cast out? Okay. At long last is Aurea's Control. I know it's one we've all been waiting for, right? Problem is he's gonna flip his Escanta and it's gonna be a big deal. But Teferi's probably worse. So we do have one more Field of Ruin that we can hit. Can't beat Escanta though if that stays in play, so we really have to draw that soon. Like, it may even just be right to cast out the Escanta there. It might be worse than Teferi. I think we cannot allow that. He's gonna look in response, I'm sure, for a counter spell. If he doesn't already have one. He does have one. Yeah, this game's pretty over here. It's going good so far. Definitely have to try to play fast. I think we're 2-1 in this league right now. We timed out the first round. We were gonna win, but we timed out. I guess we just waste his clock for right now. He's got a syncopate. Yeah, I think this one's over. Let's get to Escanta again. We drew that. It's just F6. Make him run out his clock. Wasn't I just saying that's BM? I haven't decided if it's BM. Anyone, who thinks it's BM to run down the clock here? I mean, it's not like we have zero chance of winning this game. We have like quickly approaching 0. He's also down to 10 cards in his library. He's got his commit to memory though. Well, we know this isn't going to resolve, but he's got the syncopate. At least, if not, it's 3, 6, 9. You think it's bad manners, but I should still do it. Fair enough. Just gotta do it for 10. This deck can definitely win a lot faster than mine. Because he's actually got like Gear Hulks and Scarab Gods and such. Play a lot of control and you cracked one of your Field of Runes a long time ago for no reason. Yeah, I kind of wanted the other blue, but I agree with you, Gornographic. I felt bad about that. It wasn't a good enough reason, and you just have to keep them for the Escantas. Like, there's just really no other way. We're on turn 24 here. Alright, I think that's going to be enough for me. Don't think you want Spyglass. Think you want Gideon. I think you want... I don't know if we want to Evoke the Divine. I don't think there's anything it actually hits other than Gear Hulks, which... Not super worried about those. We want the History of Benalias. I guess we just want these cards here. Yes, I am agreeing with you. I don't think we want any of that. Definitely don't really need all the Essence Scatters. Oh, Seal Away. Why is Seal Away still in here? Did I accidentally take out something else instead? I guess I'll leave in... I'm sure he's leaving in his creatures, so I think the Essence Scatters will be okay. I think they're better than anything else. He only drew 3 cards off the pull. I know you can't hear me. It was pull for 3, I'm pretty sure. I'd have to rewatch that. I don't. Doesn't seem like I would allow pull for 5 to resolve. I think I allowed a pull for 3 to resolve. Alright, gotta mulligan that one. Yeah, we'll keep. It's a pretty bad hand because the essence scatters are really only good later. And they're still questionable then. This doesn't look good though, if he's keeping 7. Because our hand's pretty poor. Like, these essence scatters are not that good. I just don't think it was... I don't think there was anything else. Like, going to... I mean, nothing else really to board in. Like, if they were invoked in the artifact destruction, I don't think we'd be in any better shape. It's not going so hot here. Yeah, see? X equals 3. Meanwhile, I'm totally losing this game. I think I just gotta cycle this. Keep the... Maybe he's just gonna slam Scarab God. I didn't think so. Yeah, it was just the fact. I know you can't hear me, but just the fact that he was going to be untapping just seemed like I needed to disallow for something else there. So we have to No, that's fine. I'll let that resolve. Can't let him resolve it to Teferi. Because he could have like Teferi plus negate or something. That'd be no bueno. I don't know. My general policy, I might be wrong. My general policy is to... I think we can counter that, because he can't play Teferi plus a counter. Do we just disallow that? I guess so. He's not playing anything too bad this turn. And I mean, he's gonna get our Teferi now, but not much we can do about it. Might have. Also, when you played Scary God, should have disallowed. I thought your play was to try and cast out if he has to counter it. Yeah, I think I agree with the. I agree with not scattering the or disallowing the Scary. I should definitely disallow the Scary God. So you got Search for Escanta. Yeah, it's not good. Needless to say, this game is going poorly. Do we just have to get rid of that right now? I guess we just get rid of that right now. I mean, the thing is, is gonna draw it again, obviously. Can't let that resolve. He may not. He may be out of counters. It's possible. Maybe we can draw Field of Ruin off the top, make him shuffle. What did he just do? He thinks it's funny that I drew that? I mean, it's not that crazy to have drawn it. Oh, did he negate? He negated his own Arguel's Blood Feast? Okay, I was confused what the hell happened there. He negated his own Blood Feast. Alright, we'll blink of an eye that. I'm not gonna play around Gearhulk. Never mind. This is playing around Gearhulk well enough because we have 2 manas. I don't think I'm gonna give him window. I don't think he's got Gearhulk, but yeah, let's play it or cycle it. Let's just cycle on his turn. Yeah. We're actually kind of in this game since he negated his own thing. I feel like this game is winnable. Not sure how to navigate it. Yeah, opponent seems good. I agree. Alright, I'm glad we played around him having that. I don't know that we really did anything to play around that. I don't think there was a way to not play around it. Ugh. Alright, Skanta's resolving. Gotta cycle this now. Try to hit a cast out or something, or at least a Field of Ruin. No. Gotta hit a Field of Ruin really fast now. Oh, we can't even syncopate it. That's results. Gonna need a lot of help real fast here. A lot of help real fast. Disallow a little bit late to the party. Thanks for spreading the positivity. Let's compliment. I appreciate it, man. Guy negates his own card. It doesn't even matter. Sure why you do that now. Not that he's not gonna do it. My next big event, I'm gonna play PTQ next weekend. I'm also going to go to Grand Prix Vegas in June. Okay, obviously he wants to untap his Escanta, that's why he's doing it. He's better than me. It's just like a situation where you just do this now. What did he get off that? I think we just memory now. It's not good, but cards are worse for us, better for us than for him, I guess. I'm sure he's gonna counter it. I'm really close to conceding, but not totally there yet. Alright, I think I'm done here. He's gonna have like 7 cards in his hand next turn, so unfortunate to lose to Esper control, but let's try to go 3 and 2 here. Yeah, game one. I'm not convinced game one was really winnable. Like you said, I think, like Gordon Graphic said, I think the opponent played well. I could have played it better and had a better chance of winning, but actually, meh. I don't know. Maybe if we had just kept our Field of Ruin, that may have been it. All right, sounds fine. Turn 2 seal, Search of Escanta is always good on the play. I think I do want to add a 3rd Search for Escanta to the sideboard. Seems good to me. The Teferis are slightly ugly in this hand. Like 1 I wouldn't mind too much, but 2 is too many. But Escanta is gonna be good. Seal away. Another control mirror. Jesus Christ. But I mean, this hand's actually pretty good in the control mirror. Because we got that one, and we got a Field of Ruin if he's got Escanta. Hopefully he doesn't have a Field of Ruin. I think we have a fairly big advantage right now. I don't know. But there's certainly dozens and dozens of turns left to be played, so just gonna try to play fast. Opponent's already losing on the clock already, pretty decently, and he's spent two minutes on his first 2 turns, which you can't really be doing, and the first turns are usually the easiest. You can't be wasting all this time in the control mirror here. Assuming it's control mirror. It's got a Field of Ruin. I think I'll get a Field of Ruin down and try to find an opportunity to spike his. That'll make my Escanta a lot better. I think like most lands I'm putting on the bottom here. Blink of an Eye is not that good. I think I'll put it in the yard just to start filling up the yard. Like all things being equal, you want to, you know, fill up the yard. So let's go ahead and do this. If he taps below being able to activate Field of Ruin at any point, I will spike it. Well, not at any point, but at many points. Like, if he does cycles land here or something, I will shoot his Field of Ruin, I think. Alright, so should I just do this now? I don't think there's any 4-drop that's that bad to get. I guess I should have let the cycle resolve. There's like really no reason not to. But now my Escanta will be able to trigger. And like I said, there's no 4-drop he's going to play. I mean, unless he's playing a weird list with Karn, and then I lose the game. No, that's not true. I mean, I just played Teferi minus on it. And it'd be fine. But I should have waited for cast out to resolve, because I'm, I guess, slightly thinning him, though. I actually don't even know which one I prefer. Like, maybe he wants to draw lands, for all I know. Let's put that in the yard. Man, it'd be a lot better if we put the other cards in the yard, other than the ones we've drawn. I don't know, maybe I wanted to keep that Glacial Fortress. Instant regret keeping the Glacial Fortress there, for sure. Alright, Glimmer resolves. Can't stop it. This card in the hand says. Any land we're keeping on top. I think we want to put Teferi in the yard, try to hit a land here. Ugh. God, our draws have been not good. Even with the Escanta going. Little does he know he could just slam to. I mean, probably could slam Teferi and be in good shape here. But hard for him to know that. Actually, I'd say impossible for him to know that. Let's put that in the yard, and we'll surely draw like another Fumigate here. Okay. I'll do that at the end of his turn. Got plenty to discard to it. If he plays a Gear Hulk here, it's like pretty awkward. He's probably just gonna pass. I'll play Pull from Tomorrow for 3. See what he has to say about it. Can't really let that resolve, because it's really pretty much drawn 3 cards. Syncopate, yeah. Unfortunately, it exiles it, so we're not going to flip Escanta right now. Where'd my music go? Live stream offline. It's just BS. I might just like settle the wreckage end of turn. Ugh, nah, I'm not gonna put that in my yard. Let's do it again. Yeah, I think sometimes you can just like settle the wreckage to get a card or a card into your graveyard. As long as he doesn't draw another Field of Ruin too soon, then Pull from Tomorrow. Or not Pull from Tomorrow, but Escanta should be pretty good. And we should be able to flip Escanta as long as he doesn't have another Syncopate here, which wouldn't be that crazy for him to have. Alright, I like that. Let's get rid of a Settle the Wreckage. let's put that in the yard and transform. Alright, now we're looking pretty good here. I think we're just gonna be passing. Got counter, got Ascanta, life is good. We can disallow the, can even disallow if he's got Field of Ruin. He didn't sack his land, which strikes me as a mistake. I could have disallowed it, and very good chance I would have. And if he wants to fight over this, I mean, he's gonna win if he wants to fight. Okay. But there's a chance if we hit like a syncopate. Okay, we got another search for Ascanta. That's gonna be, I think, good enough. It's better than the alternatives for sure. If we draw a counter spell. I guess I should have taken a white there. Not quite enough, but let's place this. I think I'll even play one of these irrigated farmlands. I kind of just want lands. Maybe it's a waste to play that. Not sure. I mean, it's not a waste. It's a plains and an island. I'll let Glimmer resolve. Cast out. I think I'll even let cast out resolve here. I've got a number of ways to deal with that. So, like, I could draw a blink of an eye. I could draw. Alright, that resolves. So hopefully we get a drop R to Fairy. We gotta hope he's out of counter spells. We'll cycle this land into turn. Okay, blink of an eye is not bad. I think we gotta try to resolve R to Fairy here. -3 on that. Don't want him having Mr. Teferi in play. And we can go for a blink of an eye and a Ascanta on his turn. Alright, it's looking good here. Doesn't really do anything now that I think about it, because that was so stupid. That was so bad. That was so bad it makes me sick. I don't know what I was thinking was going to happen there. He's obviously just... I don't know what I was thinking. That's so bad. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. I mean, he's going to cast out... That was so bad. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Like, it's not a removal spell. It's... yeah. Ugh, what am I doing? We want cast out. Do you want to transform? Never do what I just did there. Okay. Let's go ahead. Play Teferi. It's just so bad it makes me makes my head hurt. Worst play I've made in a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna try to go for a double Escante here. He can draw 3 cards. I mean, I don't love it, but... He's going to cast out. Okay. I'll just take it to Fairy then. And then I get to cast out his Teferi. Let's do it right now because you could have like land plus syncopate or something. Alright, we're 1 on the clock too, so that's good. Maybe we don't need to do this in case he's got Gear Hulk here. But all he does is glimmer off this. But yeah, maybe I shouldn't have done that. I realized right before. But it's not that big of a deal. But kind of, I mean, with our Essence Scatter, obviously, we kind of want to... Alright, Blink of an Eye seems good. We got 20 million ways to kill a creature here, so... We want Mr. Gideon here. So if we Fumigate, we'll have... So we've got 4, 6, 9, 11 mana. We'll have 6 mana still. Let's just Fumigate. Disallow that. He's gonna play Teferi. I think we just blink of an eye the cast out here. Then we get to cast out his cast out. Get rid of this Teferi. And Field of Ruin. Let's do this upkeep. I'm gonna do this right now. Disallows the one I want. Add an upkeep. Let's Field of Ruin him, so there's no cycling shenanigans or something. Nah, let's not. Let's wait. Let's wait. We don't have to do it right now. I forgot we're not untapping lands here, so. Alright, let's go ahead and. I'm not even gonna do it now. I'm just gonna wait. We are doing just fine as far as manas. Let's get Gideon down. Now let's go ahead and get that. Yeah, let's get that. Cycle. Shuffle ways to Teferi. That way if he has like a cycling land, he can't just immediately... He can't like cycle response. Be awkward. And I know we're missing an Escanta here potentially, but I think it's okay. We've fallen behind on clock, so we want to be fast here. But we should be able to kill him. I mean, he's got a million seal aways. So we probably cannot be killing him with Gideon too soon. He's probably got a bunch of seal aways and fumigates and settle the wreckages and stuff like that. We're gonna have to commit to memory maybe at some point, not right now. I'm just gonna zero Gideon right now. Give me that emblem. We don't want to get Escanta. We're going to run out of cards if we keep Escanting. We got enough counter spells here. I think we just don't worry about it. Let's pitch a Fumigate and a Seal Away. I guess the Gideon emblem will allow us to have an empty deck before we do commit to memory. Counter spell is fine by me. But yeah, if you're wondering why I'm not doing Escanta, it's because I don't want to deck it. Might actually need that land in play. I don't know. I mean, I don't need it, but might want it in play. I'll get rid of one of these essence scatters. I don't think I'm gonna have enough targets for them. But yeah, we should be fine here. Just want to tap his lands for him. Such a dumb thing with Gideon. Get rid of one more essence scatter here. I think that's fine. Let's just... I think we ultimate now. Then plus... And I think I just want to avoid dying to a bunch of counter spells right now. I'm just gonna play this, I guess. We'll cast out on his, well, we'll commit on his turn, I guess. Not sure the exact best way to be playing this here. Do that. Yeah, we can let that resolve. Cast out the cast out. Syncopate that. Got another negate. It's fine. We got the Teferi in hand, so. Oh, we can pay one. Alright, then we get to exile like 8 permanents this turn. So 8 permanents should be good enough. And we'll have 7 cards in hand. Or like 8 cards, well, 7 cards in hand. I actually should have thought about that. Oops. It would be awkward if that was like the last card in hand. Alright, so we need to cast Memory here. He's gonna have no blue mana. Fuck. Definitely meant to, well, let's just go ahead and do this. Definitely meant to attack with Gideon there. Not that it really matters, but... Yeah, opponent cannot count. Well, Teferi's moat. It's a good one. So his opponent's taking a little bit of a lead on the clock here, unfortunately. But it's kind of what happens when you're winning here. Got a lot more to do than he does. He's just getting his land exiled every turn. Just gonna F6. Yeah. Yeah, I missed an attack with Gideon earlier. Got us. Alright, well that was painful. You can actually kill a lot faster in the next games because you bring in the History of Benalius, Invoke the Divines. We bring in all of this stuff. We don't bring in Sorcerer's Spyglass because it's the mirror match, so it's going to hit our own stuff. Pretty obvious cuts here. Settle the Wreckages and Fumigates are bad. Okay, when it gets to this point, it becomes a little bit less clear what you want. Could shave, definitely could shave an S and scatter. Not sure what the other thing you can save is, or shave is. Like, I actually like Blink of an Eye here quite a bit. But it's probably the cut. I don't see what else you can really cut. I think you want all the counter spells. I mean, you could shave another, maybe just shave another Essence Scatter. They're pretty bad. I think Blink of an Eye is better than an Essence Scatter. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so we're going to try to save as much time on the clock as possible here. That's the name of the game. This looks like a fine hand to me. Alright, he's mulliganing, so hopefully we just slaughter him. He's down to 5. Down to 5 is not the biggest deal in the control mirror, but if you start missing land, if you're missing land drops and stuff, you're gonna lose. I say it's not the biggest deal just because, like, oh, he's playing second son, I guess. I don't think I noticed the rivulet there previously. Maybe cycle one of these cast outs, try to find just like a counter spell. If he plays like History of Benalia here, it's kind of annoying. Actually, like, pretty annoying. Maybe cycle one of these, try to hit a counter spell or some such like that. What's he doing? Is he gonna use Field of Ruin? Okay, that's fine. We disallow that. Could also cast out it. But I don't think I like that quite as much. We'll pull for tomorrow for 2, I think, at the end of turn. He doesn't have disallows right now. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, we can't stop it, so... Just Blink of an Eye the token, I think. Yeah, let's Blink of an Eye the token. I think I kind of just want a -3 on the History of Benalia. No. We got Blink of an Eye to kill that token, so that'll be no problem. Yeah, and if you miss the land drop here, it's pretty much just over. I think I'll just do that on my turn. Actually, that's pretty good as well. I may not deploy that quite yet. So I'm gonna have 8 mana. Yeah, I guess I will get that down. Gate back, I think. And then I think Teferi can just take a hit for 4 here. I think it's no big deal if Teferi takes a hit for 4. We'll just leave up our disallow, and then our we'll have 2 knights to his 1, so. How do we want to do this? I guess we just disallow it. Not get too fancy here. Teferi will take 4. Let's draw a card. Could might Blink of an Eye our own History of Benalia. We'll see. Oh, whoops! I shouldn't have done that. It's such a stupid. Have I mentioned that's a really dumb ability? Or it's really dumb that the ability works that way. Okay. Yeah, we'll just do a giant pull from tomorrow this turn. He's gonna spell pierces. That'd be sick. I could have blink of an eye that, but I decided I didn't want to for some reason. Let's cycle this. I'm just trying to play fast mainly. That's the main concern. Alright, let's go ahead and attack. Maybe I should have blink denied my own Benalia there. Alright, let's just pass. Probably should have kept the cycle land instead of the island. We'll trade for his knight. Blink of an eye. The other knight, I think. He's thinking long and hard about whether he wants to make this attack or not. I'll definitely block. I'll blink of an eye into turn. Glad I don't have to play a real game this one, just for time reasons. He's got a pump spell. Anyone think he's got a pump spell here? He's gonna cast out my Teferi. I think I'll just cast out his cast out. I'll actually let it resolve. That way I get Teferi comes back with one more counter on him. No, he doesn't. It's the same number of counters, but it doesn't make a difference. Alright, there's a win condition. Oops, I need to use them. This will make the emblem. Yeah, I think you're just... I mean, it's a very minor thing, but I guess you're supposed to make the emblem there. Opponent might be start to fall behind on time here if he's not careful. Though, he's going to lose as well, if he's not careful. Let's let this level. I don't know, that's fine. Save the disallow for something that matters. If you have Gideon Emblem and go to time, do you still lose? That's a good question. You should be able to keep going. You do. The answer is you do. Which I think you probably know, but... It'd be funny if it didn't work that way. Actually, a little thin on counters. Like, I think we're fine, but unless we draw this, I don't really need to draw this. But now we got 2 disallows. Can't lose. Might have like, shouldn't really have too much removal left in his deck, I would assume. So yeah, I guess we can probably pitch it to Fairy here safely. Oh, game. Surprised you keeping the seal ways here. Seem pretty bad. Maybe we can draw History of Finale and make this a little faster, though. We've got plenty of time. 2 minutes 25 seconds, so not really an issue. Pretty pointless for him to do that, because now he's just, I mean, everything's pointless at this point. Everything's pointless at this point. I should have not played that just to not deal with the trigger. Alright, I've had enough. Alright, so 3 and 2 in that one. Really should have won the first game if we managed time a little bit better, but I definitely was feeling like I'm getting better with managing time. Let's open some treasure chests here. I don't know how many we got. We got 1. Something good here, folks. But deck's sweet. Oh, I remember this guy from the good old days of Rally. Was it Rally or was it the green-black deck that played him later? I can't remember if Rally played this guy. Maybe Rally wasn't legal simultaneously with that. I think Conviction is pretty broken. Not really. So, alright guys, let's blue-white. I think that's going to do it for me today. It's pretty late here, but I appreciate everybody who's hanging out. I stream lots and lots of Standard. History is good in the sideboard. I mean, it's hard to deal. It's hard for them to deal with post-board. So, I definitely think you want to. I remember you from yesterday, so I think you're well aware it's a sideboard card. But I like it. I could see going below 4. What do you think about cutting 1 History of Benalia for a 3rd Escanta in the sideboard? But I do like a post board. I may not be boarding it in enough circumstances. I'm basically only boarding it in against control, or if I'm really low on time, and I don't have the time to win any other way. But I could see cutting 1. I kind of 3 Escanta seems like it'd be really good in the mirror, just because it so often resolves around that. I could even see like maybe another Field of Ruin in the sideboard too. Like it's just such a strong card. Matt Folks had a different approach today. Oh, I didn't know. Let's see what's he playing at GP Toronto. Let's catch up on the metagame before I sign off for good. Let's see, GP Toronto. Why does it say Toronto Vegas? That's not what I want at all. GP Toronto. Let's see if we can find some coverage here. He didn't run history, 2 glimmers, 2 gear hulks. How about swapping histories for walking ballistas? Avoid the negate duress spam every deck will be bringing in. It does get hit by negate, and I guess duress in the mirror. I've only been bringing them in the mirror. Let's see. Ward takes the title in Toronto. So was it a top 8 deck that he had? Someone had Jeskai control. Oh wait, this is fucking modern or something. Wait, where is... Am I out of my mind? Oh, was it the team event? So I guess we probably won't have a deck list. Unless he got like deck teched. Okay. Oh, he streamed. Okay, okay. He ran Hulks and Glimmer. No deck list yet, team. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely open to it. I do feel like 4 History of Benalias is maybe too many. I kind of like them for... They are hard to deal with in the mirror. I'm not sure if you're supposed to be bringing them in other places too. The gear hooks are kind of interesting. Yeah, I could see it. So he's just bringing in 2 hulks and 2 glimmers instead of the Benalias. That's interesting. And Lyras. I mean, Lyra seems fine to bring in. I don't know. I guess you're bringing it in the control mirror. I don't know. It doesn't seem like it'd be that good in the control mirror, but obviously in a lot of other matchups it'd be really good. Oh, Shalai, huh? I guess that stops like duresses and stuff like that. Doomfall. Yeah, it actually does stop Doomfall, doesn't it? So that seems pretty cool. Oh, the Angel of Sanctions. Okay, okay. That makes more sense. I was thinking of a different 3. They make so many 3/4 angels these days. Yeah, Angel of Sanctions. That seems better. Seems better than Shalai. Because just cutting off duresses is kind of weak. Because they can cast it before you cast your Shalai. He's running that in the sideboard? Alright, cool. Yeah, I could see... This card seems like it sucks. Does anyone disagree that this card needs to be cut? Like, it's just kind of like a worse... almost any other card in your deck. I don't know. I just don't like either Meltdown. I'm also... I'm just not a big fan of this card. Oh, my opponent had Ipnu Rivers. And the last one, I guess he... That's interesting. But yeah, I feel like I kind of want to cut, like... Maybe, like, cut, like, these cards or something. Yeah, it does. I mean, yeah, it locks down Heart, but you have so many ways to deal with Heart in those matchups. I mean, Seal Away doesn't do it, but you can have Gideon, you can have Cast Out, Settle the Wreckage. Obviously, Fumigate doesn't. And against the Heart decks, you're bringing in Invoke the Divine. Gideon's approach? I kind of like Gideon's approach. That's a little bit more flexible. And, like, kills creatures you can't otherwise deal with. I guess either Meltdown also, like, sort of deals with things like the Phoenix or Hazoret and stuff like that. I mean, it makes Hazoret into a 1-power guy. So, but, I mean, you've got so many ways to deal with cards like that that I just don't feel like you... Yeah, I could see something being better. Like you said, like maybe Gideon's Reproach seems good. He still runs a Meltdown? Maybe he knows something I don't. So anyway, guys, appreciate everybody who's watching. If you haven't given me a follow yet, please consider doing so. I'd really appreciate that. And I'll likely be back on tomorrow. And for some more blue-white control and standard, hopefully less timing out. So thank you guys, and talk to you later.